everyone, happy Tuesday. It's Tiffany and I want to introduce, Caitlin, my sister. I am home in Florida visiting my family for the holidays. My mom is actually sitting to the right of me and they're both going to actually help me out with live tonight. Caitlin wanted to show off her nails real quick and tell you about what she has on.
I have on cottontail. I've had it on for about a week.
It looks good under the light today, so we're not going to force her to be on, but she's going to help me moderate the comments. She's going to help me moderate the comments, and we're going to go ahead and get started with tonight's demo and some nail art we got going on.
Sammy said thanks for the invite.
Hi, Sammy. All
Wendy
right.
says, hey, girls.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, everyone. So tonight we are going to show off how to use nail stencils with your dip powder. We did a practice round on my mom earlier today, and I posted the picture. A little bit hard to see, but I posted the picture of it. We did Perfectly Plum on her, and we used pixie dust as her stencil accent, and it came out really good. So I talked her into doing a practice just because I hadn't actually done this before, and I was kind of doing this on a whim tonight. So here's the hand that I did. Tonight I am wearing Scorpion Venom and Pop the Cork as the glitter accent, and the design that I did is this one right here. So as soon as we get to that point, I will show you guys how I did it, but in the meantime we're going to start with the regular process of how to do the dip powder. So in order to get started, you're going to need your 3 liquids, Ready, Set, and Shine, your powder color of choice, your buffer block, a nail file. I use a glass nail file to kind of help shape my edges and just smooth them out, and then your cuticle pusher, and then also we are going to kind of jump into the nail prep here. So when you guys get started, you're going to want to go ahead and push your cuticles back, which I've already done, and then you're going to go ahead and just buff the nail. Make sure they're nice and roughed up a little bit, not too much to where you're thinning them out, but just enough to make sure they're not like slick and shiny. So this part I've actually already done, and then what I'm going to use is my mom's little acetone pump here. It's actually really handy. I don't have one at home myself. I kind of wish I did, but I thought I'd bring hers out and just show it to you. We just kind of use the pump here, and then we're going to go ahead and dry out all the nails.
Hello from Ohio.
Hello.
That's a glass nail file, right?
Yes, glass nail file. So you guys can talk a little. You have to be so camera shy.
I'm not. I'm sick.
I know. All right, and for those who are just joining us, if you guys have never seen Peppi gel before and it's something that you like at the end of the video, we have a 10% off coupon for all starter kits with the code THANKYOU10.
Don't be shy, Mom. Your nails look great.
Yes, Mom's nails always look amazing. She's a pro.
Mom, where'd you get the
I
pump?
ordered mine on Amazon.
So she got her pump on Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and move these out of the way.
Caitlin says hello from Alabama.
Hi, Caitlin from Alabama. All right, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. A lot of you guys know when we do our first round of the powder, we don't typically go all the way to the cuticle. The reason for this is to prevent thickness at the cuticle line, and it kind of helps the powder adhere a little bit better when you stagger it in layers. So we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'll be dipping with Scorpion Venom. So usually I have Maggie with me doing these lives. Tonight I have my family with me, helping me out, reading the comments and moderating. So if you guys have questions, definitely give them an ask and they'll let me know what you guys have. On the accent finger, because we're going to use a third layer of Pop the Cork, we're going to do both of the scorpion venom layers all the way up to the cuticle, because we're only going to do 2, since the third layer is going to be the design on the powder.
Aunt Wendy's jealous that she's not here.
Yeah, I sent her a message, or I replied to her comment, Aunt Wendy, we got to do a live while I'm here together. All of us, we can dress up real nice and pretty. Alright. So you guys might hear my little puppies in the background running around, and my mom and sister's puppy too, running around. So is everybody all set for Thanksgiving? What's everybody doing? Are you guys traveling, staying home, cooking?
Wendy Geiger's ready.
She's ready for Thanksgiving?
That's what she said.
Nice.
Or she's ready to do a live with you.
All right, both. Let's do both.
Someone, Poya, said the link doesn't work.
Oh no. If the link's not working, you guys can just go to the regular website, which is just peppigel.com. So guys, you can actually do the dip powder with your natural nails, which is what I'm doing here, or with tips. Maggie and I moved into a new office this weekend, and I broke this pointer finger right here, which is very painful, but I went ahead and put a tip on underneath. It was my first time applying a tip. It was actually pretty easy, so I'll have to do a video and show you guys how I did it. I see a lot of you asking in our group. For those that have been following us and want to stay tuned with everything that's going on, the Facebook algorithms are about to change, so it's going to be a little bit harder to reach you guys than usual. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the page and notifications if you guys want to stay up to date with sales and what's happening with the company. So in between each layer, you're going to go ahead and brush off the excess powder. The reason we do this is because we don't want it to stick onto the brush of your liquid bottle. Keep your brush nice and clean. And on this layer, we're going to go all the way up to the cuticle. And I just kind of press down to fan the brush out just a tiny bit, and that's how I get my perfect cuticle line.
We got lots of ladies cooking for Thanksgiving.
Sounds like fun. So on this accent finger, this is going to be the last coat of scorpion venom before I show you guys how to use the stencil, which I think is a lot of fun. Personally, I like it better than stamping, because with stamping, I found it really hard to get the really powerful glitter look that I wanted to go for with this manicure, and this really helps to really get that glitter popping.
We got
200 viewers tonight?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Alright. Caitlin, do you have any of your friends using this at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Danielle
asked
asked,
me to
where
do
did
her
you get your
nails.
stencils?
I actually got these. I just picked them up from a little store locally, but you can find them online on Amazon, at a store. There's a lot of places that have them.
Sarah asked, when applying the tips, how do you get it flush with the nails? She tried and had ridges from the tip.
So you really have to buff out and smooth the tip, kind of like you would your natural nail, because the tips are really slick and smooth. So you kind of want to buff it out. This was my first time, and I made a mistake of not narrowing it down kind of right here at the nail bed. So if you look real close, you can kind of notice that it's there. But you just kind of want to file it down on the sides to fit your nail exactly and smooth it all out here. glue your tip on, and then you might want to do like a filler layer at the top with liquid, and then let it dry and then kind of fill it all in, and then you won't have like any lumps or anything.
Tina asked, would Sally's have the stencils?
Sally's might, or Amazon. Amazon probably your best bet. Walmart maybe. Alright.
Miranda asked, do you have to prep your nails at all?
Yes. So if you go back to the beginning of the live video, we'll talk about nail prep, and we also have a pinned post in our group, Peppi Gel Tips and Tricks, that talks about nail prep. Nail prep is super important. It's key to what will make your manicure last for a long time. But you need to buff the nail, push your cuticles back, and then kind of dry it out with acetone if you have super slick, oily type nails.
Poya asked, will this video stay up for replays?
Yes. Yeah.
And Jen asked, can you do a live showing how to fill?
A fill? Yeah, I didn't even think about it, but I should have done one on this last one because it was 3 weeks old. But yeah, we'll definitely do a fill video. It's been really hard for us to do that because we change our nails so often just for the regular lives, so they never really get a chance to grow out as long as you'd want them to do a fill. Alright, so I'm on my third dip here. After I finish these fingers, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to do the stencil, which is what everybody's been waiting for. So I think my mom was saying earlier this red color was your favorite color, right?
I love the scorpion venom. It's so pretty.
This is my first time wearing it, and I really like it.
So Natalie Grace wants to know if you just buff the regrowth or the whole nail. And I actually did a repair last week where I just buffed the whole nail down to a really thin coat and then put 2 more coats over the whole thing.
Yep.
Stacey.
For a fill or for a repair.
Well, I kind of cracked one, but it didn't break, so I didn't want to take the whole thing off.
Oh, okay.
So I buffed it out real thin and then filled the whole thing back in.
Nice.
Stacy asked, where's Maggie?
Maggie and I are in different states tonight. I am in Florida visiting my family, but Maggie's going to be doing a Thursday night live. So we split up the lives this week and next week over the holiday, just because, like I said, we're in different states, but she'll be on Thursday. And I believe she'll have her mom on as well. So you guys get to meet both of our families this week. All right.
Does everybody know where you're at today?
I am in Merritt Island, Florida. My hometown where I grew up. Well,
Susan,
kind of.
Susan asked, is scorpion venom more burgundy than maroon?
I would say is it more burgundy than maroon? How would you describe it? It's almost like a blood red to me.
I agree with the blood red. I don't know if I can decide between burgundy or maroon, but I think it's a very perfect red.
Yeah, it's definitely a really good berry holiday red. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how to do the stamps. Or the stencils, I mean, sorry. I said that backwards.
You really put your mother on the spot. Tatiana just says, your mother must be so proud of you.
Well, keep reading to see what her mother said.
Alright guys, so I just pulled the stencil sticker off the little page here, and as you guys saw in the beginning of the video, it comes in so many different designs that you can do. I think I saw one with snowflakes, which I might try soon since it's coming up on Christmas. So typically you'd want to cut the nail stamp. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. You'd want to cut the nail stencil to kind of fit your nail. But I'm going to go ahead and center it because when I was doing my other hand, the scissors weren't working quite well for me. But I'm going to show you a little trick that I did to compromise. So we're just going to go ahead and place it on. And you just want to make sure it sticks really, really good. Because any gaps, then your powder that we're about to do is going to go in the wrong places and you're not going to like that. So you just want to make sure it's stuck really good.
Susan says she doesn't like bright reds and maroon looks too bright. Scorpion venom, I don't think is a bright red. It's more like a darker red.
Yeah, it's a dark blood red. Like Meet Me in Cancun and Drinks Before 5 are bright reds. This is much darker than both of those. Here, let me see if that's a good close-up. It's kind of hard for me to tell at the angle I am with the delayed video, but we'll go ahead and show it. Okay, so I'm sticking this nail stencil on, and what I did, since I don't have scissors right now, is I went ahead and folded it over the edge. I'm making my own little compromise here, and I'm just kind of holding it down with my thumb, and I'm just going to hold it just like this as I paint and then dip.
Sarah asked, which color is dark blue with gold glitter?
Frisky on the beach. All right.
Which is exactly what Sarah said.
Yep. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm literally just going to paint right over this nail stencil the best that I can because it's hard for me to see. And then all we're really going to do is just dip it right in. And then when you're done, all you want to do is just pull it off and you have a design. So it looks a little rough at first because we got to buff it and set it and all that good stuff, but you can see how the finished product turns out much different, but you can see how the design is going. But it's that easy, especially for people who struggle with stamping. I know I struggled with it for a little while, just getting the paint nice and even. But this actually helps. So what I'm really going to do now that we have that on is I'm actually going to put one more layer of base on just to kind of hold the powder in when we buff, so we're not buffing away all that glitter work that we just did.
Instead of dipping, can we pour the powder on like some do with the French nails?
Yes, absolutely. You can either choose to dip it or pour it on, but you can see how it's already starting to look better. So we're going to let that dry for a second, and then we're going to go ahead and set all the nails with our number 2 and just proceed as normal from there. And for those, I don't know if I told the colors. I know I told Scorpion Venom for the red, and then Pop the Cork is what we're using for the gold glitter accent. But guys, I mean, I love it. I think this is much easier than stamping, and I know my mom really liked hers. What?
Everybody says they love it.
Oh, good.
Lots of love.
Lucidina asked, can you reuse this stencil, or do they come in pairs?
The stencils come in pairs. In this particular pack, each one has 2. So it's good if you do 2 accent nails. And then you can obviously, you know, mix and match if you want more than one design going on the nails. So we're going to go ahead and proceed as normal and just set all the nails. And while I'm thinking about it, when you guys set, you don't have to do like a super heavy amount. But if you just brush it, you can see how it just soaks right in, and then you're pretty much good to go from there.
Where did you say you got your stencils from?
I think I said I picked them up earlier. I actually got them from Amazon.
Jane asked, will you post a link to the nail stencils?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll send it out. I'll put it in tomorrow's email when we send that out. Alright, so now we're all done setting the nails. We're going to go ahead and wait the 2 minutes, and then we're going to buff and proceed as normal there. And I like these 2 colors. I picked them this week. 1, because they're perfect holiday colors, but 2, also because Sunday my husband and I will be in New Orleans and going to see the Washington Redskins game, so I had to do some support for the team for him.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Go Skins.
Go Skins. Alright, and those who are watching and are liking the dip powder process, don't forget we have the 10% off starter kit all starter kits. The code is thank you 10. So make sure you guys invite and share your friends to the video so they can do it too. It makes perfect Christmas gifts this year if you guys are already doing your shopping for all that. All right, give it another second or two here before we proceed. Is there any other questions
I
on
don't know
that?
how to say her name, but she said she sent an email and haven't heard from you guys. Did you get it yet?
Chastity, yeah, we answer all of our emails and messages as soon as we can, but sometimes it does take us a little bit longer just because of the high volume that we have right now, but you'll definitely get a reply here soon.
Carrie asked if you put number 1 over the stencil dip.
I did, yeah. So I put number 1 on top of it just to kind of help give it an extra protection layer so we don't buff away all the glitter when we start to do the buffing. And then I just set it with number 2 and it dried it up right away. You can see it's all dry there. So when I do my nails, I pretty much shape them before I start doing them with the powder, but I also, after I dip the powder, I just go around and make sure the shape is perfect and just to smooth the edges here, because sometimes the powder can leave the edges just a little bit rough. So I just kind of go back through and make sure everything's the way that I like it, and then I'll do my buffing from there.
Janine asked if you're going to have a Black Friday sale.
That's the question, isn't it? You guys have to wait and find out. I'm not sure.
And Rich Jen asked, did you send out the bingo colors?
Most of them should already be sent out unless you pick something that's out of stock. If you haven't received yours, make sure you email orders peppigel@gmail.com. So all order inquiries need to go through there, and then any other types of questions regarding the product or just anything in general can go either through the Facebook page or the regular peppigel@gmail.com email.
Becky asked if you have any tutorials on easy removal.
Easy. We do have one up there, but the best way to ensure you get the powder off easy is either using warm acetone and letting your fingers soak in that, or using a really good like tinfoil wrap like the C&D nail wraps that you can find online. We also have the Peppi removers too that work really well.
What colors are you using again tonight?
I am using Scorpion Venom and Pop the Cork as the glitter.
And is Pop the Cork a gold color?
Yes. Pop the Cork is a straight glitter gold.
Misha asked, would you be able to do 2 dips over the stencil?
I would not do 2 dips. It actually comes out pretty well and thick with 1 dip. And the only reason I wouldn't do 2 is because you risk letting the stencil bleed. And you don't want to do that. You want nice, crisp, clear lines.
And Jen asked, do you have any word on Candyland yet?
I don't yet. I know it should be really, really soon. I don't have an exact ETA from production yet. Okay. So guys, after you do your dips a couple times and you get a couple practices in, you really don't have to do that much buffing to the nail, just enough to make it nice and smooth. When you dip at that slight angle that you guys saw me dipping at, your powder goes on pretty smooth by itself. So you typically need like a drill or anything like that. You can just use the regular buffer block that comes in your starter kit.
Did you do a thicker layer as number 1 for the stencil than you would regularly do?
No, I did the same as normal. I do feel like with this stencil you have to buff a little bit extra just to make sure it's even because of the lines where the powder doesn't go for the pattern. You kind of do want to smooth it out a little extra, but not too much so you don't take away your glitter. Alright. So that's it for that, and then what I do is I take a little skinny nail file and I just go ahead and run it right on the edges here, and it helps to narrow the nail and give it a nice clean look. anything on there?
Mm-mm.
No? Alright, so that's it. And we're going to go ahead and set it one more time before we move on to the finish gel. And this time you want to make sure you're getting the edges down here so you can prevent lifting in the future.
If you did a layer of French clear pink, would that make it smoother?
Yes, you can definitely do another layer with the clear.
That actually might even help protect the stencil work a little bit better too.
I agree. Yeah, so when you buff it, you're not buffing anything away. Alright, so this is where we're at so far. We just applied our last coat of activator, step number 2. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to wait our 2 minutes, and then we're going to move on to the shine. So while we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and scroll through these comments.
Just popped up.
Which one?
What all comes in the starter kit?
Ashley, there's 3 different types of starter kits. There's just the basic starter kit that comes with the 3 liquids, a color of your choice, and a buffer block. Or there's the deluxe starter kit that comes with like the Peppi brush and the Peppi removers for the removal method. And then we also have a French white and pink starter kit as well. So there's 3 different options. And the code works for all 3 of them. You can use the code THANKYOU10 to get 10% off any of those 3.
And how much is the starter kit?
They're all different prices, but you can visit our website, peppigel.com, or you can click the link through Facebook, and you'll be able to see them. Somebody said the link wasn't working.
It's a pin post though. I typed it in as a pin
Oh,
post.
you pinned it? Oh, my husband said he pinned the post, so if you guys want to see the link, it's a pinned post in the comments of the live video.
Kristen asked, can you leave the polish to look matte?
You can. You can definitely leave it at this point to stay matte. Personally, I don't, just because you can kind of see like the little buffer marks, but you can get any matte top coat and just paint it right over, and you'll get that look that you want.
Is scorpion venom on the page, or was that a mystery color?
It is on the page. It's on the page, ready to go. All right. We've been about 2 minutes, right? Caitlin says yeah.
I never wait 2 minutes and it works.
Alright, so what we're going to do is I usually just kind of wipe with a paper towel before I start my number 3. And for me, I do that because it helps. Let me rewind a little bit. So basically, when you guys set your nails, what this activator wants to do is harden the powder and harden your shine so it dries really well. So if you don't wait the proper timing, it will harden your brush in your number 3 bottle. So timing is everything in this process. It's really, really important. And that's why going back to wiping my fingers with the paper towel, I just kind of help do that extra protection. So when you guys do your finish gel, I typically do one hand at a time. I find I get the best shine that way. And your first layer is just going to be a super quick 2 to 3 strokes, and then wipe on a paper towel, again to prevent activator from getting back into your bottle.
Elise is desperate for espresso martini. When is she going to be able to order it?
That's another big question. Very soon, maybe. We like to hold on to those mystery colors for a little while and let the girls who took the plunge enjoy it. Alright. And once we're done with the first coat, we're just going to go ahead and go right back into the second coat. We're not going to waste any time waiting, but you can be a little more detailed on this one and make sure you get all your spots and you seal your edges at the tip there.
Stephanie says she loves the length of your nails. She's finally growing hers out thanks to Peppi Jo.
Oh, thank you. I used to have the shortest nails, I promise. You can ask my mom.
I can vouch for that. Your Peppi princess here was a nail biter.
A severe nail biter until I was probably like 27. Alright.
Elise says she'll definitely do the next mystery bag for fear of missing out.
Awesome. Yeah, we should have another one soon. Alright, so that's it. We'll wait 2 minutes and then our Peppi Mani will be completely dry and ready to go for whatever your day brings you. So I'll go ahead and wait. If there's any questions, I'll go ahead and go through those real quick as we wait for it to dry so I can show you the end result.
Sure, I'll do subscribe.
Yep, and those who are still watching, make sure you guys subscribe to the page. Again, Facebook algorithms are changing, so if you guys want to stay up to tune, and I know a lot of you guys want to know about sales more than anything, if you want to be the first to know about those and the mystery bags, make sure you subscribe for the notifications so you know what's going on when it happens.
Did want a close-up.
Alright, so this hand's a little dried out right now from the buffing, but here's the earlier finished hand. You guys can see nice and close here.
What color is this again?
The red is Scorpion Venom and the gold is Pop the Cork.
Holly said, how do you subscribe?
You should be able to do it at the top of the Facebook page. There should be like a little button that you can hit and it'll allow you to subscribe.
Subscribe or just turn on your post notifications.
Or yeah, turn on post notifications too in that same little area there.
Caitlin said all the ladies she works with are jealous of her Peppi Mani.
Oh, you're going to have to give those ladies Peppi Manis.
Danielle said her number 1 became very stringy. What happened?
Danielle, did you, a lot of reasons can make that happen. Not wiping the loose powder in between layers, leaving your bottle in the heat, somewhere in the heat, or if I found that some people were actually applying their activator after each coat of number 1, which is not something you're supposed to do, and that's made their bottle stringy. So it can be definitely a list of multiple reasons.
Elise asked if you thought the stenciling went better than you thought it would since you hadn't done it before.
I did. I was really nervous. I always set myself up to do things that I've never really tried before on camera with you guys. 1, just to get me out of my shell, and 2, just to give you guys something new. I did have my mom practice it earlier today just to make sure it would work, and it worked out really well, but I hadn't done it actually myself. And I was very pleasantly surprised at how easy it was, and personally I think I might actually like it better than stamping, more specifically when I'm working with glitter. So as you guys can see, the nails are completely dry, good to go for whatever your day brings you.
Stephanie's having a Peppi party on Sunday for her coworkers. They're so excited.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Ashley would like to know how long it takes to dry.
About exactly 2 minutes. We might have waited 3 or 4 just now, but yeah, about 2 minutes and it's completely dry. Literally the magic number for everything in this process is 2 minutes between each step that you have to go into, and then again when you're finished. Carrie did Peppi Manis and wine last Friday and hooked 5 more friends. That is awesome. Thank you. Yeah, Amy, I agree. I think the stencils are way easier. I got the stencils on Amazon, I think it was. They were only, I don't know, like $7 or $8. So they came in this big pack, and there's quite a few to choose from in there.
Do you remember?
Are we going to try to get some of these?
Yeah, so we're definitely going to try to get some stencils for you guys. We're working on that right now, which is one reason why we wanted to show it to you. But for those who don't want to wait, that's where they can be found.
Do you recommend just glitter for the stencil, or can you use any color?
You can use any color you want. I just chose glitter this time for the burgundy and gold look for the holidays and to support the skins. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching tonight. Maggie will be with you guys on Thursday night, and I will be talking to you guys soon.